Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown results from February the 12th, as well as 205 live results. Birthdays, former WWE superstar Outback Jack turned 61 years old, while WWE legend One Man Gang turned 59. SmackDown opened up with a graphic in memory of WWE Hall of Famer Pedro Morales, who passed away at the age of 75. The Hall of Famer Pedro Morales reportedly passed away at the age of 76. The news was first announced by former WWE announcer Hugo Savinovich on Facebook. Morales, who had battled Parkinson's disease in recent years, became the first wrestler to become the WWE Triple Crown winner by holding WWE title, WWE Intercontinental title, and WWE Tag Team titles. He retired in 1987, the year I graduated from high school, and was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 1995. Morales was the first Latino to become world champion, and his reign as WWE champion remains in the top 5 longest reigns with 1,027 days recognized by WWE. Morales was a one-time WWE champion, one-time U.S. champion, heavyweight champion, one-time WWE Tag Team champion with Hall of Famer Bob Backlund, and a 2-time WWE Intercontinental Champion. And my condolences go to the Morales family and friends. And here are various videos from Morales' career, such as Pedro versus Macho Man, Pedro versus Sergeant Slaughter, who actually had hair back in the day, Pedro versus Mr. Fuji, Pedro versus George Animal Steel, before he had his animal character, and he could actually speak. Pedro versus Ivan Koloff, and Pedro tag teaming with the Islanders of Haku, and Toma versus the Hart Foundation, and a jobber named Kim Glover. I never seen the guy myself. Hillbilly Jim and Pedro in 6-man action with Tito Santana versus the Dream Team with their manager Johnny Valiant, Dino Bravo, Brutus Barber Beefcake, before he became the Barber character, and Greg the Hammer Valentine. All in that one passage there. Cover the whole screen for you, so you don't have to see my pretty face. It looks like we'll be seeing a little more of WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar before his title match against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 35 on April 7th. According to PW Insider, Lesnar is now expected to appear at Raw on February 25th in Atlanta, Georgia, and is also being advertised for March 18th in Chicago, Illinois, once a month. On April 1st, Raw will be at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., which is also advertising appearance by the champion. He's obviously not in the plans for this Sunday's WWE Elimination Chamber, nor WWE Fastlane on March the 10th. Again, 2 pay-per-views without a competing champion. WWE producer Tyson Kidd noted on Twitter that his rental car was stolen during last night's SmackDown tapings in Toledo, Ohio. Tyson wrote, "Rental car stolen. Thanks, Toledo." At Chuck Mindenhall, replying to at TJ Wilson, "Is that for real? Dang." TJ Wilson, "Yeah, sucks. Oh well. Some scumbag needed my stuff more than me." WWE announced that Sasha Banks has been cleared to compete in the Elimination Chamber match for women's tag team titles on Sunday's pay-per-view Elimination Chamber. They noted that Banks underwent additional rehab on her injured shoulder to get cleared. This storyline update came after they announced on Tuesday night that Banks re-aggravated the injury during ringside angle on Monday's Raw. They said it during the SmackDown. Also noted earlier in the day, Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio said that Banks was actually cleared for the chamber on Tuesday. She was just partially cleared on Monday, which allowed her to do the ringside angle during the 3-team match. Banks has not wrestled a match since the Royal Rumble in late January. Houston Chronicle is reporting former Impact Knockouts champion Brooke Adams is suing her former landlord, claiming she was wrongfully evicted because of her emotional support dog, Waffles. Adams testified that she suffered the postpartum depression and the loss of her father as the reasons the dog was added to the family. Adams and her fiance, Weston Wayne Piper, initially paid a pet deposit fee for a small dog named Noodles. Back in February 2017, the couple would bring the emotional support dog, Waffles, in on December of 2017. And you can see the picture of the dog at this link and Ms. Adams, who also recently had her first child. Fan Chen, who owns the property, and Rutkan Cheo, the property manager, noticed the below Instagram post by Adams and realized that the dog was not the same as the original on the agreement. Adams was then told that they had violated the terms of the lease and were asked to pay an additional pet deposit fee. Adams then testified that they offered to pay the fee, but the owner refused and gave 2 eviction notices over a couple of weeks. Adams and her fiance would vacate the house on New Year's Eve of 2017. In the report, under federal housing laws, landlords are required to provide reasonable accommodations to tenants with service and assistance animals, such as an emotional support dog. Guidelines from HUD say that tenants must make requests to their landlords for accommodations. Assistance and service animals are not considered pets under federal law. However, Adams said that she believed it was her right to have the dog. Still a dog. Still a part of her family too. But she didn't post a picture of the other dog, so did she have 2 dogs? Or did she just have 1? A month after the couple left the property, the former landlord demanded close to $14,000 for lost rent, lost attorney fees, and other charges connected to the couple leaving the house. As Adams and Piper initially sued Chen in state court, but that was moved to federal court in November 2018. The trial was scheduled for Tuesday, and I haven't heard any results from that. This week's Total Divas episode featured a segment with Brie Bella trying to encourage her husband, WWE Champion Daniel Bryan, to take advantage of the large platform he has and to use social media more to expand his brand, which would open the door for future business opportunities. Brie even tried to get Bryan to hire a brand manager, but Bryan wasn't interested and said he really doesn't want to sell things to people. The episode also saw Bryan reveal that he signed a 3-year guaranteed contract with WWE back in September 2018. The current deal would keep Bryan signed to WWE until the fall of 2021. Update from Raw. There was no dark match main event after Raw went off the air in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But there was a segment that saw Becky Lynch and Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey team up to take out the Riot Squad's Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. The segment began after Vince McMahon suspended Lynch and announced a new WrestleMania 35 opponent for Rousey, Charlotte Flair, to end Raw. Becky and Ronda had words in the ring until the Riot Squad came out to interrupt. Ruby cut a promo ahead of their match with Rousey at the Elimination Chamber on Sunday, and then the Riot Squad attacked. Lynch and Rousey fought off the triple team, and it ended with Rousey putting Liv in the armbar while Becky had to disarm her on Logan. Both of them are armbars. Lynch and Rousey then face off above the title. And also on Raw, one of the more unexpected moments that took place saw Dean Ambrose come out to the ring to confront Seth Rollins face to face. As it was off script, Rollins had just finished going back and forth with Paul Heyman when Ambrose entered and walked down to the ring. Ambrose was handed the microphone from Rollins and then stated, I've only got one thing got to say to you. Slay the Beast. He then exited the ring and took a seat at the announce table as he waited for his match against EC3 to begin. On the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer revealed that WWE had more planned for the Ambrose-Rollins exchange on Raw from Raw. Ambrose apparently had additional lines he was expected to deliver that would have incorporated the Shield, Roman Reigns, and then lead to the big conclusion of him saying, "Slay the Beast." Instead, Ambrose took matters in his own hands and kept things brief. As previously reported, Ambrose turned down a recent contract offer from WWE and will be reportedly not be re-signing with the company after his contract expires in April. Thanks to TV Insider. There's various reports that one friend of mine, I should not name him, Andre, had said that he got results that he is headed to AEW after his contract ends. Of course, he waits his 90 days and then he can go. But I have not seen it anywhere on the 3-4 dirt sheets that I can normally go to. Wrestling Inc., ProWrestling.net, Lords of Pain, Ringside News. Former WWE superstar Eva Marie recently spoke with Scott Fishman of TV Insider to talk about her elimination from the Big Brother reality TV show this past Friday. Eva revealed recent talks with WWE about a possible return, but she said she was not approached for the Women's Royal Rumble match in late January. There's been emails and talk and exchanges back and forth, Eva revealed, but no, I was not approached about being a part of the Royal Rumble. I can tell you that. Other things, there has definitely been talks for sure. Eva was asked if she feels motivation to return to WWE based on the success that stars like Becky Lynch and Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey are having. She said she would like to come back to shake things up because she feels like she can always bring the heat. Sure, I'm always going to have that itch. I absolutely love wrestling. You never know. It's one of those things where things have totally taken off for the women of WWE, Eva said. They are killing it right now. I think it's so amazing. Of course, if the opportunity arises and the timing is how it is supposed to be, I definitely would come back to shake things up because I can always bring the heat. That's for sure. Eva also talked about being forced to disconnect from social media while filming the TV show. She called it truly amazing. It was amazing. A lot of my work is definitely social media based. Even though being in the house is highly stressful, we're doing a lot with competitions, figuring out who to trust, and all these other things. But being able to not have your phone and have actual conversations with people. Really? To be still with yourself? It was truly amazing, Eva said. I've only been out of the house for 12 hours or so now, but I'm going to definitely try to apply that into daily life now, so not be so connected with my phone. I don't know if there is a correlation between the phone usage or because I'm happy doing this experience and feeling good from that. I'm really proud of myself for being mentally tough through it all. Not really having breakdowns or anything like that. I hope I can now use my phone at certain times. I hope I can have longer conversations with friends or my husband or read a book instead of spending so much time on it. John Cena is back with a second elbow grease picture book from Random House Kids. Elbow Grease versus Motozilla is now available for pre-orders. Cena's first elbow grease book made him a #1 New York Times best-selling author last year. Cena took to Twitter and wrote, "All of my life, I've been privileged to be a part of many great teams. If I'm in a WWE ring, on set, or spending time with loved ones, who I am is shaped by the wonderful people beside me. These experiences have helped to create a very special project. Hashtag Elbow Grease versus Motozilla." Luke Harper is currently scheduled for this week's WWE SmackDown in Toledo, Ohio, according to PW Insider. Stay tuned for the results to find out if they even use him. No word yet on if Harper will get involved with former Bludgeon Brother partner Rowan, who is now in a partnership with WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. Harper has been off WWE TV since August due to Rowan's torn bicep. That should be Harper has been off TV since his torn bicep. As a reporter messed up, I just copied and pasted. Harper was seen sporting a cast on his left hand a few months ago, indicating surgery. And he's been at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando as of late, working towards his in-ring return. It'll be interesting to see if Harper joins back up with Rowan, who returned to help Bryan retain the WWE title over AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble in late January. And tonight's SmackDown would have been perfect because the storyline and Rowan got sent to the back during Daniel Bryan's match. Well, they could have brought him in at that point. But I just spoiled your results. It seems that it, as every big name in wrestling not currently signed to a major promotion, gets linked to AEW one way or another. Rob Van Dam is the latest of those. But while many other wrestlers seeking opportunity or something different, RVD says that the money talks when it comes to his future. RVD joined Winkley's podcast where he talked about what his future holds and if there was a certain promotion he saw himself wanting to attach his name to. As well, he's got a few two future dates with the spoiled Impact Wrestling. There's not. Money talks, replied RVD. I'm always interested in considering good business. But over the last several years, my goal has been to work less, have more time off, and make more money. I'm really looking to do less and less, travel less. I consider myself semi-retired at the time I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. RVD joined ECW a couple of years after his transitioned from Eastern Championship Wrestling to Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW reached its greatest heights during RVD's tenure with the company, and he was asked if he sees similarities between AEW and ECW. I don't see it, said RVD. I think ECW was a gradual thing. I don't remember it making a boom out of nowhere like this seems to be. Of course, ECW was extreme and hardcore. AEW is not. It's more athleticism, more actual wrestling. As far as the Monday Night Wars goes, come on, these guys don't even have a TV deal yet. I wish them all good luck, all the luck in the world. I hope they do well. Over the years, I've seen many companies want to come up and be a competing brand, but eventually the guy funding it decides he doesn't want to keep losing money and he pulls out. They have to prove history wrong, that they are different, and they are going to stick around. People who have a whole lot of money usually don't waste a lot of money. That's why they have money. I'm not saying that they are wasteful, but if things aren't set up right and they're paying guys the rumored reports, then they got to make that money back, and I hope they do. The genesis of AEW was a success of All In, which was a major milestone for independent wrestling. RVD said he predicted this boom in indie wrestling a couple of years ago. If you listen to interviews I did 3 or 4 years ago, that's exactly where I said the business was going to go. Said RVD, I could tell all of the different wrestling promotions that had their cult following were going to grow. We're going to see all these indies grow, and it's going to be a place where the boys can have a lot more options to work instead of just trying to go to WWE or possibly Impact Wrestling, since it's no longer TNA. Despite the pressure of AEW and other promotions like Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor, RVD thinks that none of them are a threat to WWE as the top wrestling promotion. I just don't see WWE getting knocked off of its pedestal for first place position. But history is what it is, and I'm all about breaking tradition, said RVD. You can see you can see more of RVD's in his upcoming documentary called Headstrong. It will be released February 19th on iTunes and is available for pre-order. Noted before how WWE would hold their first ever tryouts in Mumbai, India during the first part of March 2019. Those tryouts have been now confirmed for Friday, March 1st through Tuesday, March 5th. The press release issued back in November revealed that up to 40 athletes would be able to participate in the tryouts. All Elite Wrestling's Chris Jericho revealed on Instagram that he met with former WWE champion Batista near Tampa, Florida. But he's not the owner of All Elite Wrestling. You can see Jericho's Instagram posted this link. He wrote, "Killer hang with my bro at Dave Batista today. Had a great chat and some amazing at Four Rivers Smokehouse. Hashtag Animal and Goat. Hashtag Alpha House. Hashtag Lions Den." Batista reposted the same photo to Instagram and wrote, "Look who dropped into the den. Always great catching up with this rock star at Chris Jericho Posse. Hashtag Dream Chaser. Hashtag Lions Den. Hashtag Alpha House." Jericho's meeting with Batista comes as the Animal entertains ring return offers from WWE and AEW. Also noted, WWE wants Batista for a match at WrestleMania 35 against Triple H. He just met with the company officials at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut last Thursday, and word is that he was considering a return based on how the talks with WWE went. AEW also interested in signing Batista, presumably for a match at their big Double or Nothing event in May. Dark match before SmackDown from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, saw Heavy Machinery defeat Sanity. SmackDown starts off with reminding what actions happened on Raw. We go right to a look back at how Vince McMahon suspended Becky Lynch on Raw, naming Charlotte Flair as Lynch's replacement for WrestleMania 35 match with Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. And I'm still saying it's very possible for a triple threat at Mania. Live from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Tom Phillips welcomes us. We join him at Corey Graves and Byron Saxon. They hype tonight's show, and we go to the ring. Charlotte makes her way out, mostly to boos. Flair looks up at WrestleMania 35 sign that says this is her destiny. She wishes she could say her heart is breaking for Becky Lynch, but isn't. Fan chant for Becky. Flair goes on about Becky and says, "We all know that Flair is the backbone of the division, the franchise player." Flair says she is a winner. Flair says Vince McMahon chose her because he made a smart business decision. Vince chose a future WWE Hall of Famer over someone that's just had a few good months. Fan chanted for Becky again. Flair mocks Becky for not coming out. Of course, storyline suspicion. Flair goes on and says Vince chose her because WrestleMania is the biggest match of the year, and he's not going to risk it on a flash in the pan like Lynch. Flair says we may not be happy with Vince's decision, but she can promise WrestleMania will be like every other pay-per-view. She's main evented. Everyone will be standing on their feet doing this is awesome chant. Flair tells everyone to go ahead and boo her now. You're welcome. Who does she think she is? Wade Barrett? Or somebody else? Flair dedicated the match to her former best friend, Becky. Flair goes to leave, but the "You Suck" chants aren't back up again. Flair brags about main eventing WrestleMania. Flair says she has a front row ticket for Sunday's Elimination Chamber match between Ruby Riott and Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. Flair promises Rousey she won't interfere. She's just going to scout the match. Flair says maybe we'll get a new champion and Flair will get a new WrestleMania opponent. Flair tells everyone to shut their mouths and then exit the ring. The Iconics versus Carmella and Naomi versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. The same stipulations from Raw are in this match. The losers will be your first ones out. We go to the ring. Out first comes Carmella. Her partner Naomi was out next. The losers of this match will enter their Elimination Chamber first. with Sasha Banks and Bayley on Sunday. We go to commercial, back from the break, and we see the New Day backstage talking about which of them will enter the gauntlet match tonight to replace Mustafa Ali due to injury. We get a pre-recorded video of the Blue Brand teams talking about Sunday's Chamber match for the WWE Women's titles. We go back to the ring, and the other teams are out. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose. Iconics avoid starting the match by tagging out. As both of them were in the ring, one tagged one, another one tagged the other. Rose goes at it with Carmella and drops her. Deville tags in, and they double team Carmella for a 2 count. Carmella turns it around and tags Naomi for a double team on Deville. Naomi with a quick pin attempt. More back and forth between Deville and Naomi. Naomi hits a big split in the middle of the ring for a 2 count. Deville turns it around and overpowers Naomi as Rose cheers her on. Carmella comes in and shows Deville up. Naomi tags back in and she wants a piece of Rose. Rose hesitates. And Naomi chases her back in the ring. Rose tries to tag the Iconics, but they jump off the apron. Naomi ends up taking Rose down on the floor after an assist from Carmella. We go to commercial. And by the way, I read, since I'm doing this video on Wednesday night, I read that from Google that Naomi and her husband was pulled over and got arrested. That Naomi was driving the wrong way on a one-way street, and her husband got out of the car, took his shirt off, and was either posing or wanting to face off against the police officer, who then reached for his taser gun, and Jimmy retreated and got back in his car, and then the police officer arrested him for disorderly conduct. Well, Iconics avoid starting. Forgot where I was at. Back from a commercial break, Carmella has Deville grounded. Iconics have managed to avoid action so far. No, not even in the match at all. Deville and Carmella collide in midair with crossbody attempts as they both go down. The referee counts. Rose runs in and knocks Naomi off the apron to prevent a tag as Carmella crawls. Rose drags Deville over the corner and tags in, as does Naomi. Naomi comes flying off the top with a crossbody on Rose. Naomi goes to work and stuns her opponent. Naomi with a springboard kick from the middle rope. Deville comes in, but Naomi rocks her with a forearm. Deville hangs on to the apron, but Carmella super kicks her to the floor. Naomi keeps control and hits a split-legged moonsault for a pin to win on Rose. And Iconics got no action in the match. Winners of the match, Naomi and Carmella. After the match, it's confirmed that Deville and Rose will start the Chamber with Banks and Bayley on Sunday. The celebration is cut short as the Iconics hit the ring and unload on Carmella and Naomi, beating them down and kicking them out of the ring. Royce and Kay pose together as the music hits, and we go to another commercial. As we come back from a commercial, we get a video package of the Red Band team discussing Sunday's Elimination Chamber for WWE Women's Tag Team titles. The announcers plug the Road to WrestleMania 35 on the WWE Network, which I am going to be on at the event this coming Saturday, and I will give you results for that whenever I return to Shreveport, as it's in Alexandria at the Rapids Pavilion. Same place where I met Mick Foley in the ring and got autographs with him, as well as my daughter gave him his own finishing maneuver, Sweet Chin Music. And she was only like 2.5, 3 years old. Okay, we go to the ring for a premiere of the McMiz TV and SmackDown. Tag Team Champion Shane McMahon and The Miz come out to a pop. Greg Hamilton does introductions. Shane and Miz hit the ring as we go to commercial. Back from the break, announcers talk about Mustafa Ali's injury. We go to a pre-recorded video from Ali. He says this is the biggest hit he's taken. He expresses frustration over losing his shot at the WWE title and says this is not the end for him. He says it will take more than Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, and Eric Rowan trying to take him out. Ali goes on and says he holds the pen that writes his own story, and everyone can keep trying to put him down, but he won't stay. We go back to the ring, and Miz and Shane welcome us to their new show. Miz talked about how the Usos sent a strong message last week. He says Shane wasn't here last week because he was filming a future episode of NCIS. Shane goes on and introduces their guests for tonight and their challengers for Sunday. The Usos, Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. Usos hit the ring and Shane invites them to take a seat, but they want to stay standing. The Usos end up calling Shane and Miz a couple of wannabes, saying that they want to be just like the Usos. Shane says they aren't trying to be the Usos, but they are the greatest tag team in the world. Usos taunt them for not riding together, training together, eating together, bathing together. Usos give each other a tag team test, now where they answer various questions about each other. Shane and Miz do the same thing, but they're whispering the answers to each other. They get a pop from the crowd for mentioning a local minor league baseball team. This leads to the two teams having words in the middle of the ring. Usos get hyped up and then welcome the champs to the Uso Penitentiary. They drop the mics and Shane says the only thing that's real is the titles. Shane and Miz raise the titles in the air, right in the faces of the Usos. Shane tells the Usos he will see them on Sunday. A chant for the Usos actually starts up. As the two teams face off, Usos suddenly drop the champs out of nowhere with a pair of super kicks. Jimmy and Jey leave as the music hits. Shane and Miz recovering, looking on from the ring. We see the New Day backstage walking, and they're excited for the gauntlet match. Tom leads us to a video tribute for Black History Month, focusing on the 1963 March to Washington with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The video includes footage of WWE superstars at the National Civil Rights Museum, such as New Day earlier this year. Only ones in the picture. The gauntlet match, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston. We go to the ring. Tonight's gauntlet match main event lasted more than 1 hour of the show, and WWE Champion Daniel Bryan was out first with Eric Rowan. The winner of this match will enter the Elimination Chamber last on Sunday. Bryan takes the mic and says there are a lot of people who want to see him lose the WWE title on Sunday inside the chamber. Bryan says that the truth is that those fans are lying to themselves because they are all fickle. Bryan says that those fans need someone like the new Daniel Bryan to show them how to live their pathetic lives. Bryan goes on about how hard the chamber is and says it will likely take time off of his career. Bryan talks about sacrifice and says this is needed to keep his WWE title. Music interrupts. Out comes the New Day, Big E, Xavier, and Kofi. New Day gathers at ringside with a platter of pancakes, and it looks like it will be Kofi getting the spot in the gauntlet match tonight. And then the chamber on Sunday. We go to commercial. Back from the break. The match is underway. As Kofi and Bryan go at it, Rowan looks on from ringside, as do Big E and Woods. Bryan turns around and takes Kofi to the mat. They continue to trade offense on the mat. Kofi sends Bryan out to the floor for a breather with a Rowan. Bryan returns to the ring and the trade holds again. Things finally pick up as Kofi hits a few deep arm drags. Kofi keeps Bryan grounded again. Bryan tries to turn around, and the New Day rallies the crowd for Kofi. Bryan drops Kofi with a big knee to the gut, and then another. Then a third. Bryan keeps up the slow pace of the match and drives knees into Kofi on the mat. More back and forth now. Kofi drops Bryan with a back elbow for a 2 count. Kofi sends Bryan out of the ring and runs the ropes, nailing a big dive to take Bryan back down on the outside. Back to commercial. Back from the commercial, Bryan is in control. We see how he sent Kofi into the steel ring steps during the break. Bryan keeps control and covers for a 2 count. More back and forth. Kofi gets hung up on the ropes, and Bryan goes to the top and flies for a shot to the back of the neck. But Kofi still kicks out at 2. Bryan goes on and returns to the top rope for a diving headbutt, but he misses. New Day tries to rally for Kofi again. Kofi mounts some offense and hits the boom drop. Kofi with a somersault senton for a close 2 count on Bryan. Kofi shuts Bryan's comeback down with a kick. More back and forth. Kofi with another 2 count. Kofi charges, but Bryan sends him face first into the middle turnbuckle. Bryan ends up turning Kofi upside down for the trio. Whoa. Bryan with kicks and charging shot to the face. Kofi still kicks out at 2. More back and forth between the two. Bryan takes Kobe back up, and it looks to hit the belly back superplex, but Kobe resists, and they both go down hard. And we go to commercial. Back for the break. They trade big strikes in the middle of the ring. Bryan beats Kobe down with headbutts and delivers the kicks while Kobe is on his knees. Bryan levels Kobe with a roundhouse kick, but Kobe still kicks out of two. Kobe gets up fighting. They trade close 2 counts in the middle of the ring. Kobe resists the label lock. Bryan finally gets it locked in. Kobe breaks it after a minute or two by getting to the bottom rope. Kobe is down on the floor now. As he escapes the ring, Bryan runs the apron, levels Kobe again with the running knee to the floor. The referee counts now. Bryan brings it back in the ring and goes up top rope. Bryan leaps out with the diving headbutt, but Kobe meets him in midair with a big drop kick counter. Rowan gets involved from ringside with a shot to Kobe, but Big E runs over to make the save. Rowan fights Big E off, but Woods drops him. Woods checks on Big E as the referee ejects them both from ringside. He does not eject Rowan. This leads to Bryan getting a close 2 count on a distracted Kobe. Bryan unloads with kicks in the corner, but he goes down. The referee is distracted again. We're attending to Bryan now, allowing Rowan to attack Kobe at ringside and throw him over the barrier. The referee did not see the attack, but he figured it out, and Rowan has been sent to the back. Bryan brings him back in, and he runs into a trouble of paradise for the pin. Kobe has eliminated Bryan, and it should be your #1 contender for the title. Music hits, and out next comes Jeff Hardy to face Kobe. Kobe slowly recovers from the mat as Hardy takes his time getting to the ring. Back for the break, they're going at it. Hardy mounts offense and goes to the top for a swanton bomb. Hardy leaps for it, but Kobe moves out of the way. More back and forth between the two. Kobe with a few close 2 counts. Kobe goes to the top, but Hardy cuts him off and works him over. Hardy climbs up for a superplex, but Kobe resists. Kobe knocks Hardy to the mat. Hardy comes back with a swinging, and he crosses Kobe. Hardy climbs back up for another superplex attempt, but Kobe keeps fighting back. Kobe knocks Hardy to the mat once again. Kobe then leaps out with a crossbody, but Hardy turns it into a 2 count of his own. Hardy blocks the trouble in paradise, but Kobe comes right back with an SOS for the pin. Hardy has been eliminated. Music hits. Out comes next Samoa Joe. Joe marches to the ring while Kobe tries to recover. Back to commercial. Back for the break, Joe unloads on Kobe, keeping him down. Joe talks trash and tells Kobe to get up. Kobe finally starts to mount some offense in the corner. Joe counters with a whip and sends Kobe into the corner. Then drops him with a big insecurity. Kobe still manages to kick out at 2. Joe with more offense and then a domino stretch. Joe connects with a big clothesline and then another close 2 count. They both end up on the floor now as Kobe launches himself over the top rope. Referee counts, but they make it back in before the double count out. They both get 8-9. Joe levels Kobe with a big lariat for a 2 count. Kobe has been in the match for more than 45 minutes now. Joe nails an inverted atomic drop as some fans chant his name. Joe takes his time working Kobe around now, taking him back down to the mat and keeping him grounded with a knee to the back. Kobe bites out of the hold and kicks Joe away, but Joe comes right back with a senton to the back. Joe covers for a 2 count. Kobe fights back for the apron now, but Joe knocks him down to the floor. Referee counts while Joe regroups it in the ring. Kobe crawls back in the ring, and Joe can't believe it. Joe twists Kobe's neck and keeps him grounded by the neck now. Kobe fights back up, and one more time, but Joe catches him in the cocaine clutch out of nowhere. Somehow Kobe manages to turn this into a pin and gets it. Joe has been eliminated, and Joe is furious. Joe then grabs Kobe and drops him on his neck. Joe grabs Kobe on the floor, locks in the cocaine clutch, pulling back on the floor. Referee's on down to try to break the hold, but Joe keeps it locked in. Music hits. Out comes AJ Styles. Styles attacks Joe and then breaks the hold. Freeing Kobe, AJ rocks Joe and backs him up the ramp. Kobe looks to be laid out at ringside as AJ checks on him. As we go back to commercial, back from the break, AJ has given Kobe time to recover. AJ checks on Kobe again and tells him he doesn't have to do this. Kobe gets fired up and it in AJ's face. Says he's waited too long for this. Kobe goes on yelling and forces AJ's hand, and AJ drops him in the middle of the ring. AJ goes to work on Kobe, dropping him with a big backbreaker for a 2 count. Tom says Kobe has been in the match for 52 minutes now. AJ launches Kobe into the corner and sends him back down for another pin attempt. AJ keeps control and focuses on the hurt leg. AJ with a submission until Kobe grabs the bottom rope to break the hold. They get back to their feet, and AJ ends up blocking Kobe's knee with a stiff kick. AJ drops Kobe on his head for another pin attempt. AJ tells Kobe to stay down as he stalks him a bit. Kobe slides out of a suplex attempt and rolls AJ up for a 2 count. Kobe with another pin attempt and then another. AJ comes right back with a nasty neck breaker. Tom says Kobe has been in the match 56 minutes. Kobe looks to make another comeback. Now as they're both on the apron. Kobe runs the apron and charges with double knees, but AJ moves and Kobe crashes his knees into the ring post. Kobe falls to the floor and the referee starts counting as AJ looks on from the ring. Kobe beats the 10 count just in time, and AJ can't believe it. AJ goes right back to work on Kobe. AJ then takes Kobe to the top for the Frankensteiner, but AJ hesitates, allowing Kobe to hold on to the top rope as AJ hits the mat. Kobe then comes off the top with a crossbody to the back for another close pin attempt on AJ. AJ goes for the calf crusher as Kobe passes the 60-minute mark. AJ drops Kobe in the calf crusher, and Kobe taps out. Kobe has been eliminated. Fans give Kobe a standing ovation as Woods and Big E come back out to help him make his exit. Music hits. Out comes the final competitor, Randy Orton. As we're getting close to close the show, AJ watches the stage and waits, but Orton comes from behind out of nowhere, hits the ring and drops AJ with RKO out of nowhere, and the show concludes right as the pinfall happens. Orton covers the pin and gets the Elimination Chamber advantage. After the bell, Orton stands tall over AJ as his arm is raised. As the music hits, they did the finish, and just in time, as SmackDown abruptly goes off the air. As Orton didn't even have time to pose, they just cut it. As he just stood up. Highlight recap of the ongoing feud from Noam Dar and Tony Nese starts off 205 Live. After Dar defeated Nese in singles action, Nese would attack the Scottish Supernova in the parking lot before the episode of 205 Live. Drake Maverick, the general manager, would suspend Nese, but Dar returned last Tuesday instead to insist that he put in a matchup with Nese for tonight, even threatening to fight Nese at his home. Maverick set up the matchup, and it's a no DQ. 205 Live intro. Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, and Aiden English welcome us to the show, to the most exciting hour on TV. Not TV, because that's not on TV. Joseph commends Kobe Kingston for a fantastic showing in the gauntlet match on SmackDown, but remind the WWE Universe that they have their own title match to hype between Buddy Murphy and Akira Tozawa. The two will meet for a contract signing later on. McGuinness then talks about the main event matchup, Noam Dar versus Tony Nese in a no DQ bout. Lucha House Party is on their way to the ring. Calessa welcomes the good fans of Toledo to 205 Live. He says he doesn't want to go outside because it's cold. Dorado confirms that it is snowing. Loud Lucha chants from the fans. Dorado is unhappy that the Lucha House Party was unable to compete. Their duet with Elias on Raw previous night, Graham Metalik, is about to sing, but Jack Gallagher comes out to interrupt. He'll be facing Dorado. Glock, who came out with Gallagher, joins commentary table. Next, Dorado versus Jack Gallagher. Gallagher takes early control with a waistlock. Transition to the arm, cracking it down to take Dorado to the mat. Gallagher shifts to the fingers for some joint manipulation. Dorado uses the athleticism to get to his feet, then uses the ropes to take Gallagher down with an arm drag. Frankensteiner by Dorado, followed by a snap suplex. Now Dorado goes after Gallagher's arm, but Gallagher snatches on the headlock. Dorado bounces Gallagher off of the ropes and catches him with a tilt-the-world backbreaker. Gallagher responds by dropping Dorado on the ropes. Neck first. Meanwhile, on the commentary, Aiden English asks Drew Gulak if he's jealous of Humberto Carrillo. Galak is exulted and says he was just trying to look out for Carrillo. Dorado climbs to the top, but Gallagher yanks Dorado's leg and drops him on his crotch. Gallagher lays into Dorado's back with stiff knees and a big backbreaker in succession. Dorado breaks out of a submission, but Gallagher slows him down with a headbutt to the midsection. Multiple stomps from Gallagher. He tries to cover. Dorado escapes with ease. Abdominal stretch from Gallagher right in the center of the ring. Dorado hip tosses him over the top. Ropes to the floor. And Dorado with a springboard flying crossbody onto Gallagher, who throws Gallagher back in the ring. Crucifix pin attempt. Gallagher kicked out. Another roll up, but Gallagher kicked out again. Suplex attempt, but Gallagher dropped Dorado onto the apron. Dorado jumps right to the top, flying crossbody with a pin. Kick out. Nice sequence of counters. Dorado wins the exchange with a kick to the head. Moonsault from Dorado, then another. He goes for a third. Gallagher gets his boots up. Deadlift powerbomb from Gallagher. Dorado kicks out, but Gallagher locks in a single leg crab. Dorado pops up on Gallagher's shoulders. Monkey flip, super kick by Dorado. Gallagher bounces off the ropes with a rebound headbutt. Both men are down. Back on their feet, Gallagher goes for his corner drop kick. Dorado dodges and hits a handspring stunner. Both men trade strikes. Dorado puts Gallagher on top, Frankensteiner butt. Gallagher rolls through for a sunset pin. Got him. Gallagher wins by pinfall. Galak and Gallagher have a wild celebration. Galak screams in your face at the Lucha House party. Backstage, Joshua Pentez says that Noam Dar and Tony Nese have been put in separate dressing rooms so that the fight doesn't spill across the arena. Alberto Carrillo rolls up. Fuentes asks him about Galak's recruiting efforts. Carrillo says that Lucha Libre is what got him here, and he'll continue to utilize it going forward. Area Devere cuts a promo. He wonders how many failures on 205 Live must he prop up. He says he didn't come to 205 Live to be anybody's boy. I'm going to become the Cruiserweight Champion, and when I do, you're going to put some respect on my cheeks, or on my checks, growls Devere. Commercial for NXT. Mike and Maria Kanellis cut a promo. Mike yells that he's worked for 16 years to get to WWE, and he didn't come here to be seen as a joke. Maria says that every time Mike loses, they learn something. We've never been afraid of the losses, claimed Maria. It's not a match that creates a legend. It's a match, and when that match comes, everyone will remember Mike Kanellis. Noam Dar in his first for the no DQ matchup. Tony Nese was out last. While Nese was posing on the apron, Dar attacked him. Noam Dar versus Tony Nese, no DQ match. Dar with a running forearm and a Northern Light suplex in succession. Nese rolls to the outside, but Dar is quick in pursuit. He grabs Nese by the hair and slams him into the barricade. He whips him into the steel steps next. Dar then grabs the steps and sets him up near the edge of the barricade. Atomic drops Nese onto the barricade, then runs off the steps with a flying lariat. Dar places Nese's fingers inside the turnbuckle and reaches at his fingers. Nese finally mounts some offense by pulling Dar into the ring post. Nese grabs a chair from under the ring and nails Dar in the gut. He opens it up, drapes Dar across it, and lands his signature springboard moonsault. Nese thrusts the chair into Dar's chest. Power slam from Nese with the chair placed behind Dar. Dar lands a few strikes, but Nese hits a kick to the injured gut to slow him down. Dar goes for a shin kick, but Nese has it scouted. He bounces off the ropes and flies at Dar with a crossbody, but Dar avoids it. Dragon Shrew leg whip from Dar. Nese climbs to the middle rope, but Dar lands his shin kick, and Nese hits the mat. Exploder suplex from Dar into the turnbuckle. Nese rolls to ringside again. Dar pulls out a bunch of chairs, kendo stick, and to the crowd's delight, a table. He goes to smash Nese with the chair, but Nese with another spin kick. He charges Dar, but a back body drop onto the chairs. Both men are down. Dar recovers first and slides Nese back into the ring for a pinfall attempt. Nese kicks out. Dar uses the chair to hurt Nese's left leg. Dar locks in a single leg crab. Nese grabs Dar's pinky He sets him for a pump pedal driver, lands it on the chair. Dar just gets the shoulder up on the cover. Dar in position for his finisher and Sagiri. Knee stalls and baits Dar in. They trade strikes in the center of the ring. Knees with a huge forearm that drops Dar to a knee. He goes for a big left, but Dar pulls a chair in its path and he hits it hard. Dar then locks in an armbar using the chair. Nice barely escapes, turns it into a pin. Dar gets the shoulder up. Only 2 count. Dar then sets up a table across the barricade and goes to whip Nice into it, but Nice reverses and tosses Dar into another ring, the other ring steps. He pulls him close to the table. Then he goes to suplex Dar into the table. Dar with a shin kick. Nice hits the steps. Dar climbs to the apron for a move, but Nice surprises him with an open palm strike. Reese reaches to grab Dar. He locks in the armbar. Nice slams him on the steps, but Dar doesn't break the hold. He power lifts him up again. One arm power bomb through the announcer table. Nice slides Dar back in the ring for the cover, and Dar still kicks out at 2. Nice attempts a knee bar, but Dar rolls him up. Nice escapes. He goes for a running corner knee strike, but Dar moves, and Nice runs right into a turnbuckle. Dar with a double stomp onto Nice's knee. Ankle lock by Dar. He lifts into a knee bar. Nice grabs a chair and nails Dar stop to submission. Nice tries to get a feeling back in his leg. Dar approaches. Nice nails Dar in the knee with the chair. He ties his leg up in it and stomps it. Dar crawls near the timekeeper's area. Nice with a running knee that takes them both through the barricade. This is awesome. Chant breaks out from the crowd. Nice carries Dar into the ring. Nice with a lateral press, and it's over for the 1, 2, 3. Commentary team takes us back to last week when Akira Tozawa secured his spot as #1 contender in the main event. Backstage, Jake Maverick, Akira Tozawa, and champion Buddy Murphy stand around for a contract signing. Maverick commends both men's recent win streaks. Tozawa signs first. Murphy says before he signs, he wonders if Tozawa would like a selfie with the champion since this is as close as Tozawa will ever get to the title. He reminds Tozawa that he beat him already at the Royal Rumble, and nothing will stop his plan to become the greatest cruiserweight champion of all time. Murphy signs. Tozawa fires back. You think you're unstoppable? So did the king of cruiserweights, but I took his title. And that's the show, my friends. And that concludes my video. I haven't found any dark match results for after the tapings. Thanks again. Peace out. See you when I'll be. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.